So, you guys decided that you were going to make your way from Bryn Shander to Targos, or kind of head your way over there, because there's obviously something corrupt with the mayor of Targos, and you're trying your best to prove it. The speaker, not the mayor of Targos, the speaker of Targos, the speaker of East Haven had said if you can get your captor in good mead to speak in front of a couple speakers, there's a chance that should probably be enough to convict the mayor of Targos if you can have corroboration from multiple speakers. And so at that, where we're going to say Sir Jensen did, Sir Jensen would have said, go on ahead without me. I'm going to go over to Goodmead and check up on things. And yeah.
Sounded exactly like him and was the most concise that he's ever been.
And then he frickin' died.
No, he actually, because he's a speaker and he's traveling back to Goodmead, he was given an axe speak for transport from the East Haven Town Hall.
And it ate him.
Speaker privileges.
Exactly.
Are we sure we don't want to kill this mayor and get one of us elected?
You almost did. If he had died, who knows what would have happened?
We still can.
Well, I mean, at this point, that's kind of in cold blood.
Who's to say he didn't?
It's cold everywhere. We're in freaking Icewind Dale.
Everything's
Of course
cold
it's
blood. But yeah, so that's where he would have went off to.
Did we all get the runs from Bin's cooking?
No, business cooking is amazing.
Oh no.
13-mile travel, and you're able to do that.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Oh,
That was a 1. Oh, yeah.
it has got the +4. Jesus.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
No one else eat the stew.
So like a half.
I'll be right back.
You guys get to the crossroads, and then all of
Oh no!
you split.
Rogarts, I don't eat it.
Did he actually? Did he actually say don't eat it before we ate it?
I think everyone already was having a little bit.
Because I would have been having some too. I wouldn't have not been.
Nah, you gotta make
That was a
constitution.
poop episode.
Yep. I was gonna say if he said it, I wouldn't. But
Oh god.
No one succeeds.
Jensen gets
Wait, I
out of
haven't
this.
rolled
So-
my con yet.
we. Oh yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay, there we go.
Wait, what
Yeah, I mean,
was?
it's your own cooking.
It's an acquired taste. What are we eating exactly?
stew.
Vanilla salmon.
Ah.
It's stew from a cauldron. I
Does it
don't know.
look like people?
Long pork. It's fine.
It doesn't not look like people.
It's a human dressed in like normal druid attire approaches all of you, and
No, we just finished some stew. We have a little extra. Would you like it?
I'm okay with this.
is it?
It's
I thought it was fine.
I feel like did I roll the highest beside Bins?
Yeah.
You did.
It may not have hit me yet. It might be working its way through me right now, but I might get a couple seconds longer and be like, yeah, no, it was fine. It was, you won't get a better meal between here and the next town.
He looks like I just ate. I'm very sorry. I just had a little bit of jerky myself.
Well,
But thank you for the offer.
I mean,
It's your loss.
you gotta need to go cup spins.
No.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Uh,
But yeah, as long as everyone's doing okay. I heard some pretty terrible sounds from a little ways back. Oh, just checking up. Heading over
that
to
was
East
my
Haven
stomach.
myself.
I ate some stew.
Not this stew.
Do a deception check.
Who?
No, you, Vice.
The entire party.
You just said not this stew. That's a lie. You just offered him this stew. No, Ralgar doesn't have to, because Ralgar was telling the truth. You're pretty good. Just need to check. Nah, you're good.
I wasn't good. He just doesn't understand how to
Exactly.
read goblins.
That's probably true.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know if that's a normal thing to say, but it's kind of not okay
As long as everyone's okay, just wanted to check in and make sure that everyone's doing okay. If you need anything. Like I said, just traveling to East Haven myself.
Why are you checking in?
Why am I checking in? Because it sounded terrible over here.
No.
Out of play or at a character. What happened immediately previous to this?
You guys just took a really rough shit.
Okay, so this is immediately following the wolf fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
this is immediately following the soup, not the wolf fight. This is
Yeah,
you guys
went
have
back
left.
to East Haven. We're now leaving East Haven.
You're at the crossroad. You're at the
Shit.
crossroads between Caradena, where the ping is.
Yeah, so
You're-
we don't know what this is then, right?
You don't know
who
this
this
guy.
guy is?
No, he
No.
literally
Know
came
what
up.
the sound is. He's like, something sound terrible
No,
over here.
you
Oh,
guys
that was
sounded terrible.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
We were the
I,
terrible sound.
I was trying to figure out what we didn't investigate. I was like, I was like looking for notes and
We
shit.
did not investigate
Okay.
Pig's stew. It
Yeah, no, I ate the stew, but I've been like searching this whole time through notes to figure out what I missed because I thought we were investigating like a noise. Okay. No, it was just us.
no, we're 30 minutes into poop humor.
Yep. Now we're good.
As it should be.
But yeah, no, as long as you're okay, that's good. Could use that. Where I just came from, they sacrifice food, so they're a little bit light on the food side.
Oh.
Where's that?
Caradenival, just to the north. Just follow the road to the north. It'd be good for the people. They left there because there was some shady business going on with a potential cult that's there, so I didn't really want to deal with that.
Cult.
With a cult?
What kind
Yeah,
of cult?
don't no, I don't know, guys. That's. I mean, I guess you're not headed that way, right? So I'm gonna.
No, we're not headed that
You're not
way
gonna
at
get
all.
into that
but, like,
business.
Yeah.
Someday we may end up there, and this would be useful information. You never know. We're adventurers.
So this is hearsay.
Okay.
I don't want anyone going crazy on this information, but there's some talk that there's a cult called the Knights of the Black Sword that have been. I haven't seen the speaker of Caradenival. That's all I'm saying. The Knights of the Black Sword seem to run that town. I don't know what's up 100% with it. Once again, hearsay. I can't prove it.
Yeah, but what makes them a cult and not just like a band of assholes?
Because as far as we know, they worship a devil. A devil. There are many devils, but they
devil.
worship
The devil?
You know what they say.
Mm-hmm.
If
I
you
don't.
see something, say something.
I am literally doing that right now. Who to someone that I didn't realize was one of the knights. Like, this is actually following that exactly.
We appreciate you. Thank you for your service, citizen.
Yeah. Yep. You guys have
What's
a
your
good
name,
day.
citizen?
Oh, I don't want to be implicated in this at all if possible. I'd like to remain anonymous. Thank you.
Anonymous.
A non-EMAS. Got it.
Okay. Well, at least I know that our knight system is hard at work.
Edward Nonimus.
Okay. He just walks off. So you enter the gates of Bryn Shandir. It's getting a little bit close to the night after everything that happened. Because, well, I mean, it's infinite dusk, so it just feels like days really aren't that long anymore. And you enter and you go towards the North Look, is where you were last time. Not in about. Well, you're in and about. One might say. You hear stories of a couple people talking about stories. Goblin scavengers prowl the tundra on the backs of wolves or in wagons, one of which you've known. They tend to ambush people around the side of the mountain pass in southern Ten Towns. A group of trappers found the goblins' fortress in the mountains somewhere there. But that's all they know at the moment. It's just hushed whispers at another table.
They say. Lean in.
You know, that is really like that. It gets my interest. You know.
Just gets him every time.
But yeah, they're talking about a place in the south that someone has talked about. That they've seen the goblins going to.
South in the mountains.
The goblin is.
No,
the
that I'm
South
asking you.
Mountains.
Sorry, I'm asking
What?
you.
What?
You said south in the south.
South in the mountains. That's all they know about it so far. They saw it, but they ran away. That's a little too much.
Passes.
Towards the spine of the world, you know.
Yeah.
We got possible. I'm whispering. Device. Demons. Care Denival and hordes of goblins in the south.
What are you trying to imply?
Might be time to get out of here.
Bins, I'm a goblin.
You're not on Wolfpack terrorizing people.
I might be able to reason with them. They might trust me.
We could talk to them. We haven't tried that yet.
Okay. Now that we're on the same page, yes. Had to make sure your motives were good. I'm game. Yeah, let's do this. But do you think
Wait for everybody else.
what do you think the Knight brothers will think?
Don't have the best track record when it comes to goblins.
No, I mean, we kind of said we'd do their thing, right?
Oh, Targos.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think anybody else really wanted to go to Targos.
We could convince him to go stealth. We should wait for Speaker Jensen to be with us when we go to Targos.
This is true. That is a very good excuse. I mean, reason.
Speaker's words better than a
I
cook's
actually say that.
Leave you fucking traitors alone for 30 seconds.
So, like,
One bad meal. Cat ears, man.
the closest spot, just letting you know, because you would know the topography. The closest potential spot for a camp to be in the spine of the world is about 11 miles or 12 miles straight south. We're talking a couple days.
Oh yeah, I'm being selfish as hell.
No, I'm just saying because you're talking about Speaker Jensen. He would be
Yeah.
out for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, no, we're not waiting. We're not waiting for him. Like,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I think. You think we can convince them?
We can certainly try.
And at that
Where did they
moment,
go?
the rest of the group walks in.
Went for a walk. He told me to keep
I
his
could have
seat.
sworn A&R came in right behind.
I haven't been here for a moment. I went with
Yeah,
Algar.
no.
I'll order the table some drinks
Okay.
by going to the bar.
So you go to the bar. Everyone else sits down at the table. Now everyone is here. Baldor looks at Vice. Ben's like, good to see everyone's doing okay. You guys seem to be down a person. Mr. Jensen doing okay?
Yeah, no, he's busy.
He would have told you. Sorry. Did I say exactly what he said? He was going to Goodmead. He specifically would have said to go check on the prisoner that was there to use as possible corroborating evidence.
Yes, but
that's
she
the
doesn't
main
know
reason.
that we know.
No,
that.
I'm just making sure you guys know that. I forget whether I actually said those exact words. It's the prisoner that he mainly went to go to Goodmead for.
He's been disposed of.
He's beating the truth out of a prisoner.
I mean, I would have no reason to feel any different about him at this point. I'd be just like, wow. as the speaker of the towns. That'll send a message. Boy, did I get... This is a good group. You guys are good lads.
Thank you.
I've got custom engraved knuckle dusters. They say "Get her done."
Get fucked.
Anyway, well, as long as he's doing okay, good to know. What brings you guys to Bryn Shander?
Just passing through.
Yeah, we were probably gonna head up to Targos next.
Good. Do you know what's happening in Targos?
Well,
No,
you know,
it was part of my normal rounds just to, head up there. Is there something happening in Targos?
Gotta be careful with Targos. Heard a lot of fishy things about that speaker.
Oh,
like what kind of things?
Couple leads. Someone, there's been a very credible source that rest in peace is no longer with us to get us this information. That the speaker of Targos is quite possibly part of the Zentarum. Does everyone know what the Zentarum is?
Do they employ a lot of goblins?
Pretty bad group that would like to essentially control everything if possible. Don't know why they're there. Don't know why they're in Targos. But I do know that when he found out about my source, and I can't prove it was him that did it. So it was definitely him or one of his lackeys. Definitely got that person killed.
this makes me wonder about the. We were with the speaker of East Haven, and he got attacked a couple nights ago.
Yeah, if the speaker of Targos heard about that cauldron, he definitely would send someone over. Cover his tracks though pretty well.
Shouldn't we wait for your brother
Yeah,
to go to Targos?
I'm not technically allowed to make an arrest without a secondary officer.
We both know that the rules are a suggestion to you.
Look, I come up as their convenient, real police.
I mean, I didn't say that you were the only one. It's a systemic issue, but what I'm trying to say is maybe we should go check out the cult. And they're in the same spot as the goblins, right?
No.
Oh shoot!
Goblins are in the spine of the world.
Goblins are in the spine of the world.
Oh shoot! They're up by.
They're
Maldon.
super far south. No,
south.
They are
The
very
cult is
far
north.
south. Spine of the world is very far south.
Oh,
Goblins south.
That's
It's
why
like
I was
eight.
saying going without Jensen's gonna make it. I'll
no,
make
we're
it
gonna
work
do that
if that's
anyway.
what you want to
Right.
do. I'll make it work.
So there's
Ross can take a couple weeks off.
a bunch of goblin raids. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to make it out like it's gonna happen though.
No, it's fine. No,
We can go to Targos when we have him, and he's
definitely
kind of
make it
busy right now. So maybe we should consider going to the spine of the world. There's these goblin attacks, and let's be honest, I'm probably best suited to handle that.
No offense, but I do have a thing against goblins.
How can I not take offense to that?
Well, because you're not a person, so how should you take offense?
Yeah, so I'm not waiting for your shitty brother either. We're going. You're welcome to come if you want, but me and Bins are heading.
Are you guys going to kill some goblins?
No.
No, we're gonna talk to them.
Goblins can talk?
Okay. Maybe we should leave the races behind.
At this point, I'm just convinced that Vice isn't actually a goblin.
I don't look like any. What do you think I am?
I don't know, like kind of a slightly ugly dwarf.
Okay. Moving up in the
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we're going to the spine of the world because
No, that makes sense. So,
I can
hear me out.
reason with them.
You definitely should do that. And Ralgar, let him reason with them. Because there's a chance that they'd be totally
There's
fine.
always a chance. Oh.
I mean, a bit more than a chance.
There could be even a bit more of a chance. I've heard some mild rumors about this. I don't know exactly where it is. But what I'm saying is, maybe, okay, Ralgar, the Knight's Handbook was wrong about that person that was killing people who were sacrifices. Maybe the Knight's Handbook is also wrong about goblins.
Wait, that's in the handbook?
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. But you're saying
I'm saying that.
You're saying the general over in East Haven wrote things that weren't true?
Have you ever
He's
actually
like a
listened
brother
to
to me.
what she said?
I mean, yeah, like the.
I'm not a big fan of the general over in East Haven, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wait, if the book is wrong, wouldn't it be your job to investigate it to see if it actually is wrong?
Oh. Then
Yeah.
I could write
And
a
we
new
can
book.
do that
You
by
could.
going to the
Well,
final
I mean,
world and
Do any of you
Let's
guys
not
know
get
how to
ahead of
write?
ourselves. Yeah, I mean, that's what
I wrote
I
a
was getting at. You could, you know what? I'm sure you could pay someone to write. I don't know what to call the sounds you make, but words.
But yeah,
It's because I have a long throat.
I don't know what that means.
clipping that.
What that mouth do?
But yes, just
Are those intelligent
maybe
wolves out there killing people still? Because it sounds pretty appealing right now.
those intelligent. They're dead.
Oh, but I'm assuming there are more of them.
Probably.
but
somewhere.
we heard that the goblins ride wolves. So I mean, Aenar,
Oh wait,
here we go. We're all set.
if
Okay.
we make goblin friends,
Mhm.
does that mean goblin friends could teach us to ride wolves?
Potentially.
Feel like that is the
Upside.
best idea that I've ever had,
No one
and I would
mentioned
like a
that there's-
crayon to write this
Yeah.
down for a moment.
Yeah, that's just fun. Don't. Yeah, you should write it down. Write it down in the
Okay.
back of the book. There's always pages at the back of the book.
Yeah, no, like it
Said,
basically
fill in
3/4
yourself.
of this book is empty.
Yeah, it literally says at the last page, fill in anything you'd like yourself. I've seen the book.
Yeah, there's little numbers where it just says like law, and then it's like 534, and you just write whatever you want.
Yeah, no, it's not great. This is not great. Not a great.
Should probably burn that book.
He can't,
I
because
can
then
do that.
he'd get in really big trouble.
I could say it was an accident.
They could just say that you're lying, and they're the knights, and they could just imprison you for that.
I mean, that is how it works.
That's how it works.
It's true. They seem to just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Fair.
So my suggestion, I think that's a great idea. I don't think that it's best to travel with only 4 people that far down to the spine of the world, because some bad things can happen. If you wouldn't mind looking into something for me around British Shander first, it's like just a little bit outside. It's a cabin of someone that was working
You're gonna
on
send us
something.
on a cabin vacation?
I
Hold
wouldn't
on.
call it a vacation. Working on something to potentially cull, at least temporarily cull this winter. We haven't heard from him in a while, or I haven't seen him in a while. Been out there, kind of hermiting.
Wow.
They were working on global warming all by themselves?
It's pretty much, from what I know.
Where is he located? You
Oh,
said, where?
Just
far
to the,
outside of
just to the southwest, towards where that. Let me shoot. Pull up a map. It's like on top of this hill over here.
Well, that's conveniently close. We could hit that on our way to the spine of the world.
You could hit that and then wait there for Sir Jensen too.
Oh, will you send them to us?
I will gladly send him.
All right.
Or you can
Have
go
him-
right to the spine of the world. I'm not going to stop you guys from going right there if you want.
I
I can still send him
Start
towards the
writing
spine of the
my new
world.
police book.
He's a speaker, so he does get an axe beak for mild travel. He actually probably can't use an axe beak to get all the way out there unless he pays for it himself, because speakers can only use axe beaks on the road technically, but it's a whole mess.
I won't tell if you won't.
I don't think
Look,
that's a
no,
good
it's
look.
Rule 24.
Yeah, I don't think that that's a good look for the speaker to steal an axe beak.
Yet.
Even if you write the rule down, someone else is going to have another rule written down in their book that's going to be the opposite of it. It's really a mess of a law, and you can write down your own laws because every knight has their own laws written down in their books. It just doesn't work.
Well, once a year we get together and we do like a little copy session, but we're pretty bad at copying.
Yeah,
I believe it.
It leads to a lot of conflicting laws.
it's
Clearly.
Yeah.
I
There
agree
probably
with everything you're saying.
should
for
be some
once.
form of. That's probably the next thing that everyone can work on after this winter is over. Is maybe taking the nights and just changing some things. That's all. So yeah, if you would like to check that out, I'd appreciate that. If not, that's also okay. I have heard about some random cult stuff in Caer Dineval too, but that's
I was gonna mention that. Also had an idea.
Yeah,
The speaker's been missing.
in Caer Dineval.
allegedly.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, apparently I've heard from him in a
Alleged-
while.
That was a big flag.
Alleged-
He hasn't spoken in a while.
Terrible timing.
Yeah. When you live out in the streets, sometimes you lose your ability to make good jokes.
But we could,
Yes.
save Caer Dineval, become speaker.
I mean,
Two out
what
of
if
10.
the speaker's not dead?
If one of us got elected as speaker, we could make good laws.
We
You
see.
could.
Rule 5.
And you're trying to do that in order to follow the law of, or not the law, but the whole, if there's multiple speakers, when someone confesses, it works. Interesting.
Yeah, we totally do about that.
Pieces fall when they will.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright, so I'm writing down in my book, get friends elected as speakers. They can vouch for anything you do.
I feel like in most cases that's probably not good, but this might be one of those cases where we allow that. that I wouldn't make that a thing, but it could work.
Like, maybe don't write that one down.
You could also just go and find evidence, possibly. Who knows? He's pretty good at covering up his tracks, but everyone makes mistakes. Please do not kill the speaker of Caer Dineval if he is alive in
Oh.
order to get speakership. He
would
she
not.
looks at Rawhar specifically. Do not kill the speaker.
That's
Okay.
rule 5. Do not kill speakers.
Okay, don't.
You get their power.
What if they're mean?
You still can't kill them. You can bring them up on charges, but outright killing a speaker like that, unless the speaker is no, you know what? I'm not going to say that because that will be interpreted poorly.
Yes.
So we're just going to say there's just a flat rule: just don't kill the speakers. You can imprison them if they do something terrible
When-
So,
with
when one
proof.
of them's like summoning a demon, I'm gonna be like,
Don't kill it.
"Oh,
so,
can knock 'em out.
So how does it work when they're giving the talk on excessive force? Do they ask if you understand, or do you have to bring it up if you don't know what the word excessive means?
I mean, it was explained pretty easily to me. They kept punching me, and when I passed out, they said maybe that.
We don't know why the Duragar seem to be taking some charlatan around, but maybe we look into that
I mean,
eventually.
Is there like some weird special properties to that?
Charlatan, from what I've been able to gather, Charlatan is not only something that's sought after by the Arcane Brotherhood, which is a group of wizards that are pretty powerful and like Luskan, because it has magical properties. Once it's inert, it can hold spells. It also can be pretty easily corrupted by evil beings to potentially warp the minds of people around the Charlatan. So it has some negative properties sometimes. It's not like every bit of Charlatan is the same. From what I can tell, it comes from a very, very, very old empire. Some of it's in Icewind Dale from a long time ago. You still find shards of it. So I don't know why that's happening. But other than that, that's pretty much all the notes I got. Discuss amongst yourself what you would like to go, which route you'd like to go down. There are many different paths. As far as the Sir Jensen thing, don't think about it. Beldora will figure out where you went and will send him that way. It is up to you.
As
I'm very concerned about it.
I can tell. As a player, I'm not concerned about it. But as a character, I'd be like, hey, we should wait for the guy. It's a plot device.
Good way for the guy. Then you have the close thing. You have the one close thing near you is the only thing you probably could do before Sir Jensen would get in town.
Let's do it.
If we had significantly more money, it might be funny to have him hire people on horseback to get to the spine of the world, but we're not that rich, so let's not do that.
Yeah, we're going to the shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should check out Cara
Beldora
Denival
asked
when
us.
Jensen
go.
gets back.
You're taking Cara Denival.
Yeah.
You guys can.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he gets back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cara Denival is going to be everyone's. Cool. That's
But the
good.
short place first.
Short place first. It's not short. That's rude. It's wow. It's tall.
Shorter than the span of the world.
Wow. Wow. It's an entire cabin. It's
All
taller
about
than
perspective.
taller than you. So you make your way to the cabin. It's a very close trip. Very short trip. There we go. Those are the words I got there. So as you approached the cabin, as you make your way a little bit up mountain, perched on the edge of a snowy ridge above a gorge is a black lodge on wooden stilt. Whatever path might have led to this ramshackle retreat lies buried under snow. Icy steps climb to a snow-covered walkway that clings to the south side of the structure. The building's slumped posture and sagging snow-covered roof, coupled with the broken windows and loose flapping shutters, suggest utter abandonment. Large snowdrifts huddle around the rotting stilts and engulf a nearby woodshed and outhouse. Only the wind visits the sinister place.
Doesn't look like he's there. That was fast.
You guys are here. Straight in front of you is a stairway that goes up about 20 feet. Let me do a little point. It goes in this direction, starting from the bottom. There's a little walkway where you see some wood is missing, and then the door to the workshop is that door, and the door to the main cabin is there. And over to the left of that door, to the main cabin, is a very long drop here. It looks like it goes into a ravine.
And we can walk in this area, or is it inaccessible at the moment?
You can walk anywhere in this area at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So you can walk around.
Here, I'll get this just generally out of the way. Does Divine Sense anything?
He's not there.
You're supposed to just answer no.
No, I'm not even giving. No. That doesn't even get a no if he's not there. It gets nothing. You know, the one time it would have actually been useful is the ghost. It's so hilarious. He didn't even have it. Because it has to only be useless. It can't be useful or it's no longer a joke.
I'm gonna go check out the drop.
Yeah, I would
Sure.
kind of move out over here.
So you
See
go
if I see
over
anything.
to the drop, and it just looks like a large, roughly 110, 120 feet drop down.
Do I see any like shapes or anything at the bottom?
Nope. Looks like there's
No bodies of
some
people we're
trees.
looking for.
no.
What do you think, Vince? Check out the inside.
Might as well. Came all this way.
What was this little thing right here?
It's an outhouse. It is just a half-buried outhouse. You see some discarded notes and blueprints, which seem to have been used as toilet paper at some point. So you can go up the stairs if you'd like, about 20 feet up.
Sure.
We're gonna go check out the house.
Is everyone going to go check out the house, or is
Does,
it
like-
just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
I'm making
all
sure.
of this like
Sometimes if I
timber
stay
and
by.
like missing stuff, does it look like that was caused by like fighting or people
Rotting, just
tearing-
decay.
Yeah, okay, it's just like this is just falling apart.
So the door to the right is just open, in which you see a mini workshop.
I'll go in.
Frost
And a-
covers
and a workshop.
every surface of this abandoned workshop. You can make out a pair of smith's tools and a set of tinkerer's tools. Which you can take if you'd like, or you can leave them there.
I mean, are they
Look,
like covered
take 'em.
in dust like somebody forgot them?
Have not been used for at least a good amount of time.
Finders keepers, my smith's tools.
Sure.
I'll take the set of tinkerer tools unless someone else needs them.
So
All right. Shall we move on?
if you leave here, there is a small gap to that large gap where that second window is. That can very, very easily be jumped.
I would like to jump it.
Okay. So you
Wait.
jump it.
Do we not run? Can we not go in this area here?
You can't
Are
go
we
where.
currently-
20 feet.
No, it's up.
We're up top.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So you jump it, and I mean, just pause here real quick. Vince, how much do you weigh?
That's a good question.
Enough.
180 pounds.
Okay, I need you to make a.
Probably.
I need you to
I'm
make a
happy he's doing
dexterity
something.
saving throw as the section of walkway underneath you collapses and starts to fall into the gorge.
Oh, I rolled another one.
Okay, dokie.
Can I attempt to grab him?
No. As he jumped over, he kind of fell and then started to roll down the hill. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll let you attempt to grab him. You can do an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Oh, we're definitely doing the athletics. I'll dive after my friend.
It's
Well,
someone
I'm
else.
landing on the fucking ground directly below the platform and just watching you slide.
So you like throw your arms out and
Go gadget arms.
go grab him as he slowly starts to slip away. Someone else can try to do something if they'd like to, but it looks like Binz is about to go into that 120-foot ravine.
I yell, hold my ankles.
Fine.
I will
Um,
summon Wildfire Spirit right below, 10 feet below him, and then teleport him back up when he hits the plane.
I don't believe there's anything I can do.
Or hits
Okay.
when he gets within range of the Wildfire
That does
Spirit,
100% work, and that's
teleport
good.
him back up.
That's good. You're able to teleport him
I would like my bird, please.
back. I'm happy someone had that.
Thanks, Anar.
It's a moment where you notice that I look at it and I actually, before I tell Ragar he can't do anything, decided that maybe he should be able to do something.
I'm glad somebody's got our backs.
Okay. You're able to like make a makeshift way up to the door if you'd like to at this point. That's just if you put a certain amount of weight on that, it just collapses. Well, it looks like the main chamber. You just closed it.
Whoa, a million doors appear.
This room contains lingering smells of burnt wood and flesh. You catch the faint odor of wine. Snow has fallen through holes in the roof, then been pushed into corners by stiff wind blowing through broken windows. The walls and furniture are scorched black, including a table with charred remains of a book on it. Next to the table on the floor, amid several broken wine bottles, is a mostly incinerated skeleton in a round, frost-covered object, about 6 inches in diameter.
Man, I would certainly go check out the body and the frosty orb.
Sure.
Is
So,
there anything
the body-
identifying about the body?
The body, so you're going to be, let me double check something.
Run away from the game master.
So you're going to be like over there. The body, if
No,
you'd like to
he'll
do an
pause it.
investigation check. I guess I don't have guidance this time. That's depressing.
Yeah, I'm so glad that y'all.
Oh no.
Nobody offered to help me on that. I waited a little bit.
You don't know. It's a body, possibly. It might not be.
I poke it with the glaive and I'm like,
I'm looking through the window over here because I saw Bins almost fall.
you could
Almost.
crawl through the window.
No, I did fall.
He did fall. He was
am I
teleported
small
back
enough
up.
to crawl through the window?
I'm going to say yes, because that would make sense. The object,
Cool.
are you going to, what would you like to do with the object?
Well, I mean, I poked the body with my glaive, and I'm like, I think it's a body. I'll poke the object with my glaive.
The object kind of just
Kinda
rolls back and forth on the ground.
I'll pick it up.
Okie dokie. So you pick up the object, and its core in the middle is an object with a couple rings around it. Starts to
React faster.
glows
I keep
With
hesitating a lot.
golden radiance, as
Yeah.
bright as a candle flame. And it just gets hotter and hotter in your grasp.
Like uncomfortably hot, or like, ooh, this is convenient.
My bird reaches out a talon towards it.
So your bird reaches out a talon towards it, and as your bird is reaching out a talon towards it, it gets to an immense heat and flame. And
I'm assuming I would drop this at some point here.
so as you're kind of looking at it and kind of trying to say, okay, should I drop this? Should I drop it? It's
It
instantaneously
just basically
goes
explodes into
off.
heat.
Yes.
Cool. I like that.
I need you to trust me
No.
Ah, shit.
that this isn't the end of everything. But I am going to make everyone. So I need Bins, the bird, because it's not fire damage; it's actually radiant damage,
Well, this
and
is
Ralgar
bullshit.
to make a con save.
Fuck a con save.
That's good.
Dude.
That's not as good.
On.
That's okay. So Bins is the only one that saves the con save.
Oof. Okay, that was
Now,
higher.
Once
con save
again,
than
I need you all to just trust me. Because I know when things happen, people get sad. But this all is going to be okay.
Holy fuck.
So,
I have someone
Bins
ready to
takes
go.
half of that, which is still instant
It's still
lethal.
double.
So, I'm going to take Bins and Ralgar down to a whisper channel real quick. And yeah, everyone else here just saw your two friends get incinerated and just burned to dust.
No.
So, as you get turned to dust, you actually notice that your spirit kind of separates from your dust corpse at this point. And as you look around, you are still in the house. not on any other plane. You are in the house, but on the border ethereal plane. And in front of you, a spirit that looks spirit with a flaming that is just a giant floating spectral head with fire burning in its eyes. And it just looks at you and says, "Well, if you don't just pick up things on the ground, this is how people die. Why did you do that?"
Does it do it every time? And I bend over and pick it up again.
So you actually, your hands go through it. You can do if you'd like to, you can do a charisma check to see if you can move it at all. It's just charisma check. Okay, you move it 5 feet. And then when we go back to the channel, we'll see what their it lifts 5 feet and then falls back down. And it's like, well, no, it doesn't happen every time. It was primed. I understand, though I make very few mistakes. That is the one mistake I made with it. It ended up incinerating me, and it was primed again. It should be fine for your friend to touch now. Now, it'll be a little bit difficult to contact them, but maybe if we try and... I know what's wrong.
Are you the guy
we're looking for
the anti-winter thing?
Yes, that's what that is. That's the anti-winter thing. It's anti-winter thing. Wow. Way to belittle one of the most...
It's an anti-person thing, am I right?
Well, I mean, if used wrong, and why would you... Anti-winter is such a terrible name for something that is so powerful and magnificent. It's called the Summer Star, you imbecile.
I mean, you killed us with it. I think
I didn't kill you. You are the ones that decided to pick up a magical object just chilling out on the ground.
I mean,
not my fault.
You charged it.
Well, it charged itself. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. So.
Who just leaves something like that laying around?
Someone who died.
I'm going to add this to
you're
the
dead?
rule book, Relgar.
You have like a spectral rule book that you pull out.
Weird.
We're all
things.
dead. We're all dead.
Rule 8.
I mean, eventually, yeah.
No, like you're dead.
No, we're dead right now.
Oh. Oh, does that explain why that thing stopped burning my hands?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
See that little pile of dust below you, my friend?
I look down. Oh.
That was you about a minute ago?
That's inconvenient as heck. Okay.
I mean, I've been trying to contact you since you've got here, but it's very difficult to contact someone on the other plane, on the material plane.
I'm like very not attuned to spectral stuff.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting at first. But potentially if we could get your two friends that were smart enough to stay back and not touch magical devices on the ground, we can potentially show them what to do. By moving things.
Okay.
Maybe in a direction. I think we might be able to even write on some frosty wall, some snow. There's snow on the ground, snow over there. Essentially, what we need to try and do is get them to study the device so that they know how it works. We then need to get them to figure out what the flaw is. The flaw is the fact that it needs another ring. I was wrong.
Ring
it's a
of
3-ring device. Well, see, currently it's a little piece of, if you look at the device, a little piece of charcoal with 2 rings on the outside of it. It needs a 3rd ring on the outside of it. If one of them can use my tinker's tools in the workshop, then we can.
About that.
Well, I mean, maybe they survive.
No.
This is.
Can
fine.
I try and move my dust?
Yeah. Do a charisma check. You do. You move your dust around, and you actually the tinker's tools are still there.
Oh, perfect.
But yes, if you can have them inscribe something on the ring, that would be fantastic, and then they can tune to it. We just need to get them into the back room, my bedroom has all the notes that they would need. It's in the back right. So if we could get them there, that'd be fantastic.
Back
now,
right.
We're gonna
What
go.
do we have to inscribe on it? You just said something. Does it have to be something?
In the notes, it will say what needs to be inscribed.
And the notes are in your bedroom.
Correct. And so what we're going to do is we're going to move back up. And the only way you are able to communicate is through charisma checks to move things.
Okay.
Oh, man. All right.
Can I grab a
Or
handful
write.
of my own dust?
You can write a little bit. Like you can write cryptic, like 4-letter words.
Can I write like A-O-Nar safe next to the orb?
You can write safe next to the word if you do a charisma check for it.
Alright.
But yeah, that's what we'll do. That did not succeed.
I would like...
It just looks
Could
like you
I-
actually push the dust away by accident. You don't have the fine...
Can I, like, either make an arrow pointing towards the back right or write back right room? Back right door?
You could write like back and then room. And then you could do an arrow in the snow. Sure.
I'd rather try the arrow because back room isn't specific enough.
Gotcha. So yeah, there's a little pile near there. You can do a charisma check.
All right.
You just push
This
the pile of snow. Now, you do push the pile of snow over. So we'll see. I'll describe everything that's happened. We're going to go back up to the channel. Okay. So, to go back...
We've decided that we're gonna go back into the wilderness. Us is gonna go our separate ways.
to go back to the start. So the two of them and the bird vaporize in front of you.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Dead forever. Got it.
pretty soon after this happens, you see the object on the ground get what looks like picked up about 5 feet in the air and then drop on the ground. And then shortly after that, the pile of ashes that were Ralgar look like they end up getting like disturbed. You see a line start to form in them, and then it's like they're pushed over and kind of blown to the wind. And at about the same time,
Wait, whoa! They blown to the wind?
not blown to the wind, but like some form of force kind of shoved them away.
I can't collect them.
Well, I mean, they're still on the ground. It didn't get kicked up by the wind, but it got like pushed over. And then very shortly after
put them in the
that,
Cephalic flask. See what happens.
there is,
Goblins are curious.
and then the last thing that happens in relatively quick succession, let's say like a minute passes, and there is, let me delete this one, a pile of snow over here where you see something start to form in it, and then it get pushed over this way.
Which way?
You see the way
the
the
yellow
cube
square?
moved? You see where the cube,
Okay,
like
yeah.
it was, sorry.
Oh, up.
Yeah, not all the way up, but like just to this square right here.
Okay. They yeeted them a little bit that way.
Yeah. And that's all
Okay.
that's happened within the like 2 minutes since while you guys are collecting what you just saw.
Okay. I would, if his ashes are there, I would put them into my human remains flask.
Yes, you are able to do that.
I would
feel
like to go and inspect the snow.
You can. So,
Oh, okay.
oh, that's right. And also,
It turns to dust.
something that happened is Binz's ashes got moved away. It looks like it was deliberately essentially brushed off. And you see the Tinker's tools lying exposed on the ground there.
That's weird that those were immune to the nuclear
Right?
bomb.
Isn't
Or
that
Bin-
crazy?
Are Binz's ashes there?
Yes, they were pushed away, but they are still there. And while you are, I'm guessing, putting them in the Cephalic cultural flask,
If I can, yeah.
there is, and also why A&R is currently inspecting the snow. You look down and you're kind of trying to figure out what's up with it. and you hear a knocking coming on this door. Just a couple of knocks. Not the one below, but the one above.
Wait.
I need to
knocking on
unpause the game. Sorry.
I'm
So you're
sorry,
over
what?
here. You're over here. You're on bits
Okay.
where the black little circle is.
Yeah. So I'm over here,
Mhm.
and I hear something from this door? Or
Yeah,
this
from that door. And then, from the top door. The top door,
Okay.
you hear something coming from there. Or not coming from there. You hear knocking on that specific door, like 3 little raps.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around to the group and make like a...
There's no group.
What? Where'd you guys all go?
You saw it happen.
Oh, it's just you, right?
Yeah.
I see all your tokens
As you
still.
as
I
you
look
turn
back to
around,
A&R and only A&R as I'm like done putting them in the flask with like a kind of like a what expression, and I go shh, and I put my ear up to the door to try to make out what's going on.
sure. And as you turn around and do the thing, you see the object on the ground that's right here get pushed 5 feet in that direction towards the door as well.
I'm gonna step away from it.
Oh, I was gonna pick it up, but I'm gonna keep listening at the door first. After seeing you walk away from it, that significantly changes my idea.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to peek into the door.
Okay.
And as you're able to open it up just fine. There's nothing crazy with the door. It's not like trapped or anything like that.
Okay.
So, inside the door, wooden planks have been nailed over the broken window to this room to hold out the wind. Furnishing include a saggy double bed and a bookcase containing some folded cloths, a few blank sheets of parchment, and a set of calligrapher's supplies. Next to the bookcase is a soot-stained hearth, wherein a scroll lies amid the ashes. And a couple other notes in the bookcase as well. And while you're looking in, there's a pile of snow by the item on the ground that blew up, and it just says "safe" is slowly written out on it.
By the snow in the main room?
In the snow by the item that just rolled across the floor that you stepped away from, that you're very scared is going to blow up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a message that says safe.
Yes.
And I don't see a safe in here.
No, you do not. You see the hearth, the bookcase.
Is the hearth
Bed.
safe?
Could be. There's a note inside the hearth.
I'm gonna pick that up.
So the note inside the bookcase. Macaritas, I've had enough of this damned relentless cold. I feel it creeping to my bones, my head, my heart. I'm heading back to 10 Towns for a decent meal and a warm bed. I fear this endless winter has numbed your mind, and any tinkerer worth their chains can see the summer star as a fool's errand. Maybe without me here to incessantly complain to, you'll finally snap out of your obsession. If you truly insist on dedicating your remaining days to the doomed project, might I suggest that 3 is better than 2? I considered telling you before, but you were particularly rude about the dinner I made last night. May the light of the morning lord protect you. Copper. You do notice that on the item that blew up, there are 2 rings around the item in the center. And let's see. And as you're reading that, you see near the orb, you see another writing in the snow underneath that says, "It's bins." And in the middle of the area where the note is, as you were leaving Vice, you would see something that says, A space O space nar.
Guys, I think we're being haunted already.
This almost is your name on it. I wonder who it's for. Someone who's almost named A&R.
That's the object.
Oh,
So there's the metal bar, and then there's the two rings as if they like would oscillate around it.
okay.
So you touch
I'm
it,
gonna
and
pick it up.
it is cold to the touch.
How cold? Like ouch cold or like?
No, not like painful cold. It's not about to cause some
Okay.
form of implosion that would freeze
It's a
you
cold
to death.
nuke.
Yeah, it's just cold fusion. Jeez. I feel like I pull out my flask of human remains and I sprinkle a little bit on it. I don't know. Maybe this is their souls intertwined or something.
I don't know if that's helping anyone.
I'm not good at this.
That's clear. That's clear.
That does nothing.
Yeah. Good thing I only did a little bit. I gotta keep most of this. I'm kind of hoping that when they come back, we just get a really weird one person with three heads or something.
So you hear there's the door to the north to that room that you have not looked in yet.
What?
The door
Because we looked
that's
in the room to the south.
here. You haven't actually
Oh.
gone in and looked into yet. The door like shakes a little bit, like someone's trying to open it, and then there's actually a distinct knock on it. I know that they're open. It should definitely be closed.
Okay. I would knock back.
Okay. So as you knock back, right on the frost by the door, you see the word notes appear.
I pull out my note and I show it to the door.
I'm gonna open the door.
Good call.
So
The door was a mimic.
God damn it.
the room contains a fireplace and two empty bookcases. Tacked to the walls and strewn across the floor are frost-covered blueprints. Face down on the floor next to one of the blueprints is a tiny man made of clay.
Cool.
I'm gonna put the
Damn it.
object down next to the little man.
Okay. You put the object down next to the little man.
Guess it's not them.
Maybe we put a little clay man on the object.
Okay.
You put the little
gonna-
clay man on the object.
Wait.
What?
What does it look like?
What are we talking about? The little clay
The
man?
little man.
So
Yeah.
you can do a Arcana check to figure out what it is.
I would maybe try to confer with A&R and see if maybe we can figure it out together.
Let's give that a
Knowing I-
shot. I'll
knowing-
I'll take a look at it. Actually,
You can have
I've only got
advantage
I would
too,
help
because
you,
Vice is
yes.
helping.
yeah.
Okay, so you can tell that this is a homunculus of some form that seems to be dead. And while you're looking at this homunculus, you also are looking a little closer at the blueprints straight on the floor. And you see in the blueprints a picture of this device, but with 3 rings on the outside.
God damn it. We gotta find a third ring. It's unstable.
I think
3
you're
is
correct.
better than 2.
You do remember some material in the workshop that might be made into, that could be used to Make another ring.
Was that the first
Alright.
spot across
Outside,
the
yeah.
hole over
Yeah.
here? Yeah. I climb out through the window again.
Is the Tinker's tool still sitting somewhere on the floor? Did we grab that
Yes.
yet? What's going on with that?
Well, so Bins took them, or
Right, but-
Ralgar took them.
They are still
but
sitting on the
Tinker
floor.
Tools fell. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but they survived the nuclear holocaust, so I'll grab them and bring them with me.
They survived the nuclear holocaust. That's pretty much what it was.
A&R, what's a Holocaust?
Well, we don't have time to go into that right now.
Okay.
I mean, do you know how to use Tinker's tools? This might take a while.
That's a valid point. And if we're going to have this conversation, it's probably best to do it without Ralgar here. So let's move forward.
So you saw in the blueprints that you could take there's a couple metal chunks that are close-ish size to the ring. With a little bit of fire, you can melt it down and use the smith's tools to attempt to make a ring out of it.
Okay.
Because the whole blueprints did show how to make a ring just in general.
I'll attempt to start a fire.
Wait, wasn't there a fireplace that was warm in the other room we were in, though?
No.
Actually,
I
is there a
thought-
place to start a fire in this room, or am I just going to light the building on fire if I do this?
You could start a little mini fire. You have also
Okay.
really good control of fire in general, so you'd be able
Yeah.
to light a
I'd
fire.
like to
that
start a
doesn't-
non-magical fire because then I can amplify it considerably more than a magical fire.
Just get your bird friend to hold out his hand for a bit.
I mean, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
I don't know. If I had a
Alright.
firebird, I'd love to say, hey,
So-
turn up the heat.
Whichever one of you would like, you can do this with advantage. It is a dexterity arcana check. It does take
Baby.
it's going to take a couple hours to get everything all set up. But you can, if you're going at it, just taking a couple hours to like morph the metal and describe the ruins on it as the blueprint says. It was just
Oh, yeah.
one check for both. You don't have to do a check for the ruins too. That's why it's dexterity arcana, because it's ruins, but you're also crafting the metal. They just wanted to do something fancy. And yeah, so a couple hours would pass. And then it would look to be complete again. You do finish it, but while you're working, you get the sensation that someone is trying to keep you relaxed by rubbing your shoulders.
It's very unsettling.
It is. It is very unsettling.
I'm going to drop the object.
No, you finish it.
Yeah, after I finish it.
Okay, so you drop the object on the floor.
I don't know how fragile it is.
So it seems to
I-
fall
I
on the
would
floor
start
and it
this
seems to
over.
be okay.
We don't need to do it over, no.
Hey, Har, did you just touch my shoulder?
I'm on the other side of the table from you.
I look up and I'm like, I think this place might be haunted. I agree with you now.
So now
Let's get out of here.
someone may
So
attune,
we
but do it if
have
they'd like.
to- May attune to the object?
Yes. It is a fully functioning magical object that does not look like it means to burst at the seams.
Sure.
Sure.
Just remember, I poured people on that.
I would like to not remember, but yep. You did.
So you attune to the object known as the Summer Star. You can use an action to cast a control weather spell from it, which would let you warm up an area in the 5-mile radius.
Oh, wow.
And it's an 8-hour concentration spell.
Jesus. Okay.
And yeah, after that is complete,
All right, well, I'm going to go out and be the savior of the winter places, so...
as you walk
I'm
out,
just gonna tail you for a little bit because I don't know if I can tell Jensen that we.
as you walk out
I mean,
the door,
I'm not saying you should. I think we should both bail, but I'm not.
Right.
as you walk out the door and you look through the window into the main section, not only do you see a sign in the snow that says, but I am here, but at that exact same time, both Ralgar and Bins come back to life. Their ashes form from the bottle back into
And
the
the
spot where they
device.
died.
When?
Or are they missing parts of themselves because they're a part of them on the device?
Or do they have
No,
extra
they're back
parts?
to normal, fully back to
Okay.
Because they've
normal,
also
and the
got
bird
people
comes
are
back
also
too.
specific.
Oh my goodness. It's the bird.
Did you guys feel relaxed? I tried really hard to help you feel relaxed.
We almost left because of the shoulder rub.
Oh,
You figured it out.
I was doing my best.
All right. Well,
You know what?
that
That's
worked
not-
out
That's
surprisingly
not
well.
enough.
You got a glowing head that had fire for eyes.
Did you know that orb thing does the explodey thing like almost every time you pick it up?
I didn't actually. I guess
Yeah,
we need to be more careful going forward.
It's 2 for 3. Well, you're holding it, so like I guess.
Don't
You
put
would
it
know
down.
attuned to
2
the
for
object
5.
that it does not do that anymore because it is
It's-
properly made.
I disarmed it.
Dude, 3's better than 2. Try to keep up. And I
Yeah,
don't give any
obviously.
more context.
Okay,
Well, you were out there rubbing shoulders. We were here doing work.
so something also to make note of, because you completed this puzzle,
I
you
mean that's loose.
completed the puzzle.
Some of us completed the puzzle.
I mean, you guys worked together. You have a feeling that from here on out, you've been blessed by Lathander. And every dawn, from here on out, for the rest of the campaign, you will get 10 temporary hit points. You see the light emanating. It looks almost like a person, except instead of a face, there's just a bright light emanating from the spot. A bright, frosty, hate-filled light. It's hate-filled because you can feel the hate from all the way over here.
It's a lot of trouble.
That is a lot of trouble. These guys, who are currently about 30 feet in the air, are going
Okay, let's
to
show the audience.
move in. And then going to... Wait a minute. Let me get... I don't know why they tried to make this just like the normal thing. Going to cast Fog Cloud. Here. And the light seems to diminish completely, and you can no longer see the thing that is coming towards you. It is heavily obscured. And this guy's going to come up here, and he's going to do the same style of thing. And he's going to put a fog cloud right there, as the two people inside the fog cloud now are essentially blinded, and the people in the black can't see into it. And this one is going to put a fog cloud up in the air where it and its friends are. And that's going to be the start. So, the way this works is you can walk through it because you know where you are. But if you are attacking something or trying to find something, you are essentially blinded to the creature that is inside the cloud. And the only thing you can currently, well, actually, no, since you're inside the fog cloud, you can't see anything outside of it. So you have a good enough sense of direction. I'm not going to make you go crazy. What?
I guess I wouldn't know if they're heavily obscured from the enemy or not.
What do you mean?
Well, like, we can't see people in clouds, but
Right.
does that work so that the enemy can't see them because they're inside a cloud?
So essentially, if there's no special senses, then it would be the same for everyone.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I honestly would step.
You could. Okay. That's where we will leave it for the night. The one thing you did hear as the Cold Light Walker died is said, she has taken notice.
He? Oh, who's
She has taken notice.